Alright, y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm King Tyson. Don't forget to like and subscribe like I always tell y'all at the beginning or the end of my videos. Check it out. Before we start, if you need to write me, if you got a question you want me to answer, you want my opinion about something, write me, KingTyson713@yahoo.com. I will reach out to y'all. I won't take long. I'm not charging y'all like, you know how some people try to charge you for services. This ain't no service, y'all. This is just my honest opinion, my advice. I'm giving to y'all for free. You ain't got to worry about paying nothing, you know. So nothing wrong. Just hit me up, KingTyson713@yahoo.com. So let's get started with this video. This video is a quick video. I know it happened a couple of months ago, but I tend to use, let me say this. I tend to use celebrities, the stories, they're in a relationship. I use their story, but you got to understand this. I use their name because these are people that y'all know, that we all know, but I really take it away from them and relate it back to everyday people, everyday common people like myself, because y'all know who the people are. But I take their story and relate it back to us, you know, because sometimes people put celebrities on a pedestal that celebrities can do no wrong, and celebrities got the perfect life because they got the lifestyle. You know, they see the rich, they see the riches, they see the fame, they see they see the whole thing that comes with the perception of that they're happy. Because when you see someone very successful and they're famous and they have money, you see the clothes, you see the cars, you see the jewelry, you see the lifestyle, you see everything, and that makes you feel like, hey, they living the best life. They, people envy them, and you should not envy anybody. You know, we all have a lane. And you got to stick to your lane. Don't that, because I don't want you to focus on somebody else's life. Sometimes, y'all, God blesses certain people with certain things. That might not be your blessing to be famous. It might not be your blessing to have a lot of money. Who knows? You might be the type of person get a lot of money and you might completely lose yourself. As we see other people, celebrities and things like the rappers or whatever, and actresses or whatever, they get money and they lose themselves. You know, so God might not bless you to have a bundle of money. You know, God might not bless you to be famous. Who knows? You might get famous and lose yourself. You know, just like as if you had a bunch of money, you might get famous and lose yourself. So God blesses people with certain gifts. Your blessings might be, you know, to just live a regular life, but be a blessing upon your kids, amongst your peers and other people. That might be a blessing for you. If you can reach one person outside of your family, you doing something great in life. And that's what I want people to focus on. Stop focusing on somebody else's life and you feeling like, yo, they living the best life because they got this, they got that. You know, you don't want to do that. Focus on your own life, you know, real talk, because I think, you know, that turns people into haters. People start being haters of other people because you seeing and you envy it. You hate that they're that successful and you're not, where you feel like you should be where they at, or you should be higher than them. No, that's why I tell people, focus on your own lane. Focus on what you can be happy with and content with your life. I always say strive. You want to strive for more, you got to work hard to strive for it. But that might not be your blessing. And it's okay. It's okay not to be famous. It's okay not to be wealthy. It's okay not to be rich. It's okay to be, you know, you can be content, normal. You know, that's the problem, I think. I think a lot of us in today's time, we so busy caught up because of social media, and everybody got to put their best on social media. So now everybody feels like if they not what if they're not what they see on social media, then they're failing in life, and that's not true. So, but anyway, rapper Gunplay, I think he from Florida. He started off rapping with Rick Ross. He's got into some trouble in his past or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not talking about that. him and his wife, he got arrested. Him and his wife, I think the story goes that he was playing Call of Duty video game, right? He was playing Call of Duty on the game. His wife tried to tell him to get off the game. He ended up grabbing his AK-47, pointing it at the wife, right? And I think she had the child right there because they got a child together. And I think she called the police. I don't know the full detail. I just know that much of what was put out there. So, and he ended up going to jail, being arrested for it, right? So, they break up. The wife files for divorce afterwards. I remember the story. She filed for divorce afterwards. Well, 3 months later, she ended up posting on social media a new man in her life. And I know people move on, but what's different about this post is that the new guy is holding Gunplay and her child. Like holding the child like it's his own child. And see, when a man holds another woman's child like that, you know, you got to kind of look at different things, right? I look at, bro, that's not your biological child. Now, I'm not saying you can't hug, your child that's not yours, your girlfriend's child or whatever. I'm not saying that, but I'm going to say this. What makes you so comfortable doing that so soon? And I get it. Women, she probably, he's sweet. He really adapting with my child. So I'm going to take this picture of him interacting with her and I'm going to put it on social media. Ladies, let me say this. As men, when you're dating someone with children, 9 times out of 10, men are very hesitant when it comes to dating women with children already. We already hesitant already. So you mean to tell me that he's just gung-ho up front about, I'm gonna be having an interaction with your child and a daughter on top of that, which there is a stigma about men, stepdads or boyfriends with the girlfriend's or wife's daughter. You know what I mean? It's a bad stigma. That's why as men, when you date a woman, especially she has a daughter, a young daughter, you gotta kind of know your limitations because you don't want any perception of, and not saying that that you're like that you even will, it will be something funny with you and the daughter, but as a man, you have to, that's not your child. You have to, I want mothers to understand this. You like, why he don't interact too much with my child is something, no, ladies, you gotta understand. As a man coming into a situation when you have a child, especially a daughter, we have to take some steps back because we don't want to be perceived as a certain way. You could be too nice and could be looked upon as, hey, well, something ain't right. Why he too nice to her? Like, why he act like he's so crazy about something ain't right. We need to watch and see what's going on. Family members could be saying that. Friends could be saying that. It just look, you just gotta, as men, we have to be very careful. That's one thing because how things can look, right? And then you never know. Sometimes you have the child could say you hug or somebody could say he hugging her too much or he touched her inappropriately. You as a man you kind of gotta kind of know your limitations when someone has a child, especially a daughter. And I want mothers to understand that that's the limitation why men already kind of distance already from that. Because it could be looked upon if something don't seem right to somebody else, and it might not even be anything, but it just somebody could draw up a conclusion in their head, peeping your situation, and it could be, like I said, it could be nothing, but it could be something big, So that's one thing, right? The second thing is this. Also, why is he so comfortable as if he knows the child? Like, was he around during Gunplay? Like, you know what I'm saying? Was he around? Because you have to be very comfortable with a child, and the child have to be very comfortable with you. And 3 months is a short time to just meet somebody and be so comfortable. I don't know. This is what I'm saying. You know, that's the issue right there. And 3 months is a short time. Now, you know, like I said, when you go through divorce, you divorced or whatnot. But when it comes, let me say this. Men typically move on faster than women in relationships. When there's a divorce, men usually move on pretty fast. We'll start going out, meeting women, sleeping with women right after the divorce, quickly, right? It doesn't affect a man about how he misses his wife or ex-girlfriend or whatever, or thinking about her or whatever, right? Or feel like, damn, you know, she was a good woman, I messed that up. Men don't start thinking that until much later down the line, when he starts feeling like, okay, once he got all the running around with the different women and it's doesn't mean anything, it's meaningless, then he started thinking, man, I had something at home. That's the issue. Women take longer to move forward. You know, they take a little bit longer. You know, they're still going through the initial breakup. They're still going through emotional roller coaster. It normally takes women a lot longer. Now, I'm not saying necessarily sleeping with somebody else is a shorter, takes a long time, but far as putting their all and their feelings into somebody else, especially if it's somebody that they've been knowing, the kid's father or ex or the husband. It takes women a while, usually. You know, and I can't say the time period, but I know it takes a little bit of time. In most cases, like I say, I always tell y'all, there's always exceptions to the rules, right? So I look at the situation like, my personal opinion, 3 months is too fast to be already having a man around you and Gunplay's daughter's life that fast. You know, and especially he comfortable enough to be holding her like it's his own daughter, and you feel comfortable taking a picture. So that tells me, in my personal opinion, that this brother been around. So this is where it gets, well, we got to talk about this. And I'll talk this to the fellas. Really, I'm going to say to the fellas, and I'm going to say to the ladies. In today's time, where there's so much access to people now through social media, you know, online dating, is so much access to people that people don't take, nowadays it seems like people don't take a long time before moving forward. You know, people do not, I mean, I'm going to take that back. I'm going to say, like I told you earlier, women do take a little bit more time. So that's what, let me retract the statement. That's what make me, it appears that way, right? But I don't know Gunplay's wife. I'm not insinuating anything. I'm just going off of the story that I've seen and my opinion about it. But I will say this, though, is that, you know, I wanted to bring awareness of, ladies, this is, you know, when men feel, you know, kind of like hesitant about, you know, dating women with kids, especially small kids. That's the reason why. Now, also, I also want to say is that, you know, women can sometimes keep that person, that dude, that brother on the side. Now, she might not have was messing around on Gunplay. You know, and I know ladies gonna say he pointed AK-47. She deserved to move on. Hey, I understand. I'm just talking about, you know, is this brother, has he been around and Gunplay didn't know about him? Obviously, yes. Was this a friend, a homeboy of hers that he was just waiting to cut just in case something happens? Okay, he messed up. I'm right there. It's like, we just don't know. But I want to say it does happen. People these days, y'all, people have somebody in mind. And I want fellas to understand, fellas, women do have somebody in mind. Now, she might not necessarily act on it. And ladies, you can agree with me or you can't, or you don't want to, or you can agree with me or not agree with me. But you do know in your mind before. You ain't got one right now when you're in a relationship. In the past, when you was in a relationship, it's somebody, some brother that you cool with. I don't know if he a co-worker. No, 9 times out of 10, it'd be a damn co-worker. Could be a co-worker or a friend of the family or somebody you used to know from high school way back. I don't know. But y'all got some type of brother that's waiting in the cuts. It's that same brother that you kind of like talk about your relationship to. Like, yeah, I'm going through this, you know, I'm having a really bad time. We kind of going through it. And you got that brother right there waiting on the side. He just, oh, queen, you know, everything good, baby. You know, I'm always here for you. Ladies, brother be right there waiting in the cut, right there. So, fellas, that's what I want to say, fellas. A woman is always exception to the rules. I'm not saying all women, but a lot of the times, brothers, women do have somebody waiting in the cut. They have somebody waiting in the cut. So that's what I want my fellas to understand, fellas. You got your good woman. Like I say, I don't know Gunplay. If I don't know his ex-wife, if you know what type of person she is. Like I say, I'm just, and it's not no dig at her. I'm using her because this is she's a date of celebrities, but I'm taking it away from them and going to a regular, going to a regular situation of everyday common people, right? Is that a woman will have somebody in the cut waiting. Now, and it's just seemed like at the right time, like the breakup happens and then boom, the guy's right there already ready to go. She feels comfortable with that guy. She feels comfortable enough to where he was right there. He could be around her child, you know what I'm saying, and be with her, and she could post a picture on social media 3 months later from a divorce. Not a girlfriend, boyfriend, but a marriage. And it's divorce. And you feel comfortable 3 months later doing that. So evidently, this brother had to be around. In my personal opinion, I could be wrong, but I feel like this brother was around in the cut, just waiting on the right opportunity to strike. He always was putting that in her ear. I'm always here for you. I got you. It should have been me and you. You know, brothers do be saying that. They be, if you had a baby with somebody else, it should have been me and your baby. You know, brothers with women, ladies, I want you to understand, brothers do be saying that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's all in your ear. You ain't responding to it much. You might kind of laugh it off or whatever while you in your relationship. But when you go through a breakup in the relationship, you start now what the friend was saying, the dude on the side was saying, you start listening, it start coming to you, ladies, and then you say, okay, well, I've been knowing him. He a good dude. I'm gonna get in a relationship with him because I've been knowing him. That's how I know it happened. Most of the time, like I say, it's always an exception to the rules. But in that case, I think that's what happened. I think it's been a brother that's already been in the picture on the side. That's why I tell fellas, stay on your A game. If you got a good woman, respect her, love her. Don't disrespect her, because when you, let me say this, and I always say this, fellas, when you got a good woman, and men, we know when we got a good woman. When you got a good woman, it's always a brother waiting. It's a clean-up man, brother. Clean-up man waiting for you to mess up so they can move in. I'm being straight honest with you. And hey, that's my honest opinion about it. That's what I think happened. And it happens in real life. So this is a message to the brothers. You got you a good woman, you know you got a good woman. Men want good women. And if a man see you got a good woman, don't think a man won't stand around and wait. And that's another thing I want fellas to know. A man will wait. A brother, he might be a player with other women, but if it's a woman he really wants, a brother, he'll sit on the side and wait. He might not be with no other female, but he'll sit on the side and wait for that woman, wait for your woman to leave your ass. And cause you messed up. If that's the case, I'm just saying. It happens. So that's what I want y'all to take out from this video. And trust me, sisters, it's good brothers that, ladies, you messing up. It's a woman at his church, or Sister Jenkins at church, or that friendly co-worker with the big breast that always wear a V-neck, that always smiling at him and talking to him. That be the one that be sitting there right waiting on ladies you to mess up to swoop right on in. I'm gonna be honest with you, women do that too. Women be waiting on the man to get single. It's women who do that. They be right along waiting. I'm telling y'all, this is real. We talking real life, you know. So, but y'all tell me what y'all think, man. I'm right or wrong. We'll talk about it. I'm King Tyson. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Peace and blessings. One love. On to the next video. I'm out.